pious materialism. It's not spirituality actually. So it's the first time I heard that, it broke my heart. I thought I was a very spiritual person. My family, I came from a very nice spiritual family, I thought. But when I heard that, then I understood. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. Spiritual means permanent. Material means temporary. As long as we are aspiring for material things and temporary things, we are materialistic people only. However nice, maybe pious or impious, doesn't matter. It is still material only. Very beautiful. Thank you. Anything else we remember from the first two sessions? Oh, there is a hint here.
We talked about humans.
Okay, we will give you Naveen?
Yeah.
Naveen ji, okay.
We talked about difference between humans and animals. I think that was another topic we discussed about.
Yes, we were discussing how ahara nidra bhayamaitunamcha. Sleeping, eating, defending and mating. These are the common activities between animals and humans. But if we only do those, but not do anything beyond with this highly elevated human birth, then we are actually living the life of an animal only. Aditya, can I request you to move here? If possible, please do fill up. I feel more happy seeing more faces in this zone. So, okay, very nice. Thank you for sharing. What else?
Rat race.
We'll get you. Oh, rat race.
Rat race.
Please go on. There was we watched a video of a mouse or a rat, and it was very beautiful. Was participating in rat race, running after it actually very nicely. I don't know if anyone remember the end of that video. It was looking for money, remember? And then it went, and then was about to catch hold of the money. There was a trap, and then it was sitting in front of a computer and typing like this. Anyone remembers? It's life of a Bay Area person. In the pursuit of happiness, we are pursuing money, and in the pursuit of money, we are stuck in front of computers. Okay, what else? Very nice. Thank you for sharing. Bhagyashri.
Monkey mind.
We were discussing about monkey mind. It's an amazing video, short video, but a beautiful description of our inner world. Can you elaborate? What did you see in that video? Anything you remember?
A lot of things we discussed. Like the monkey was not focused. He was keep taking the fruits, and then he was making sure that no one is seeing him, and he was keep taking it, and he was not even eating it fully, like one fruit complete, but he wanted more and more and more. You know.
Amazing. Thank you for summarizing. He wasn't even eating it fully. He was constantly looking. Anybody else coming as my competition? So he wasn't even peaceful, even though he's getting a lot. He was constantly distracted. So we were. I think I put a summary here. Not satisfied. We were discussing how it's a nature of the material mind is to be dissatisfied. It's coming from the creator himself. If the creator of the mind is telling, don't bother trying to satisfy the mind, it may temporarily be satiated. Enough for today. But it will never be satisfied. So when you are satisfied, it will feel grateful. One of the reasons why in modern relationships are strained is because people are not grateful. They are temporarily satiated. They feel she could have done this, he could have done more. So constantly there is complaining only. So it's the nature of the mind is to compare, complain and criticize. It is mentioned. 3 cancers of the mind. But yes, and the mind also looks for immediate pleasure. And we were discussing how this nature of the mind propels the modern man to be distracted. We are training our minds to be distracted. We were discussing. And what will we be very good at? Distraction. We are masters of distraction. That's why there is one personality, his name is Amoga Leela Prabhu. He's from Delhi. He's a very funny monk. He's an amazing personality. He was telling, all of us are watching YouTube shorts, Instagram, and what else? TikTok. Then the mind is like this. So we get 10 seconds. Earlier it used to be 1 hour. Now it came down to 3 minutes. Now anything more than 30 seconds, people are impatient. It has to be so quick. The enjoyment has to be so quick. They see, and then he was mentioning, watch one video, maja, 10 seconds, maja, and then we keep scrolling like that. And then after 2 hours, you realize, I came to phone with some other purpose, and I am stuck here. And then at the end of 2 hours, it's not that you feel satisfied. Okay, enough enjoyment for today. I think I can go on and do more productive work. You will be dissatisfied. Actually, the verse is you will be dissatisfied and still scrolling. Maybe something better will come. So this is unfortunate. Okay, what else did we discuss? Anything else? Can anyone explain this picture? We'll give you a free mic.
Mind not able to control the
We'll give Satyaji. Yes.
So mind not able to control the senses, so soul is scared because of that conflict is coming because people are having the same problems.
Amazing. Thank you so much for succinctly putting it. Because the senses are uncontrolled and the mind is not controlling it. The intelligence is very weak also. So he is not able to control. The chariot driver is compared to the intelligence. And he is not able to control the horses of the senses. So naturally the passenger soul is scared. Very nice. Anything else? We were discussing about child and ice cream. Anyone remembers that? Deepika seems to have some thoughts.
The child is asking for the ice cream to his mother, and his mother is talking on the phone, and every time he's interrupting his mother that he wants ice cream. So for the first time his mother is saying that she will give him in 5 minutes. Then again he is interrupting her that he wants ice cream. Then again she's saying that she will give him after 5 minutes. So 4 to 5 times he is interrupting, and then at the end she is screaming at him that why he is disturbing her.
Very nice. So we'll first give a round of applause and then elaborate. So the child is compared to our materialistic mind. It's very demanding. I want ice cream, I want ice cream. And it's screaming constantly. Anything, we see so many sense gratificatory enjoyments the mind sees. When you go to open your laptop to work and you open a new tab and you see Cricinfo or YouTube or so many icons, and the mind is saying, go there, enjoyment is there, go. We'll do work later. Like this. So it's constantly screaming for enjoyment, and we were comparing the mind to a child who is screaming for an ice cream. And if it's not a well-trained child, the child thinks that if I scream enough number of times, I am going to get my ice cream. That's what our children do. But as soon as they are trained properly, and we were discussing, intelligence is weak intelligence is compared to a sibling who is also not very strong. And a strong intelligence is compared to a mother You are saying mother, irrespective of how many times the child screams, not the modern day mother or father, but someone who is strong, who knows what is best for the children and is willing to go through the pain to give what is best. So we were discussing how the weak intelligence after some time will succumb and say, all right, take it, or scream, why are you always screaming? So no proper training is given to the child. Similarly, but on the other hand, a mother will actually tolerate and train properly, so that in due course of time the child will listen and not scream for ice cream. And he knows, as soon as my mother says no, I will not get the ice cream, even if I scream 100 times. So similarly, when we train the mind with strong intelligence, in due course of time, we will be able to control our mind, and we will be able to tell the mind, as soon as we tell, hey, I am working here right now, I'll give you your enjoyment, but not now. So we have a separate time, place, circumstance where we will enjoy whatever sense gratification. Bhagavad Gita doesn't say from wherever you are, suddenly you become a sadhu. We cannot do that. So yukta hara viharasya, yukta karmasya chetasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya. So it is mentioned how regulated sense gratification. Slowly. Right now your mind is used to 2 hours of TikTok. Tomorrow morning you cannot get up and say no TikTok. The mind will scream, and eventually you will break down, and after 1 week you will be deluding in TikTok for 2 days. So that type of control won't be helpful. So it's more regulated over a period of time. Say, all right, I'm here right now. In 2 years, I want to be here. How do I? And then intelligently plan. And so, okay. Anything else? Okay, very nice. We'll give you a mic and some helping hand. Bhavani ji.
ఈ పాండ్ లో ఉన్న డర్ట్ అండ్ డస్ట్ వలన మనకి ఇన్విజిబుల్ లోపల ఏముంది అనేది. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే మనలో ఉన్న కల్మషం, బ్యాడ్ థాట్స్ అండ్ అదర్ నావిగేషన్స్ వలన మనలో ఉన్న సోల్ని మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయలేకపోతున్నాం, పరమాత్మతో ఉన్న కనెక్షన్. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే ఇటు సైడ్ ఎంత ప్యూర్గా ఉంటే మన లోపల ఏముంది అనేది ఎంత క్లియర్గా కనిపిస్తుంది. మన థాట్స్ కానీ మన కర్మలు కానీ ఎంత క్లియర్గా, ఎంత మంచిగా, శుద్ధిగా ఉంటే మనం అంత క్లియర్గా పరమాత్మని చూడగలుగుతాము మన సోల్ ద్వారా అని నేను అనుకున్నాను.
వెరీ నైస్. We were discussing how this disturbed, impure lake is a reflection of our material consciousness. Our mind is fully disturbed, constantly running here and there. So in that particular, and impure also, the desires are also not pure. Selfish desires to enjoy at any cost, even if it gives pain to others, no problem. My enjoyment is very good. So that type of impurity, undisturbed mind, because of which we are not able to perceive the soul. We were discussing how the soul is actually Sat Chit Ananda. It is actually happy always. And Paramatma, the most beautiful thing we can ever get a darshan of. But we are also, because unlike the second pond, which is undisturbed and pure, where you are able to see through everything properly. So we cannot see in life also clearly, with clarity. We cannot make decisions with clarity. So we would have to allow the water to settle down first, and then start the purification process. And as we do this more often, then we will begin to perceive the soul. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We will start our session today now. We discussed how there is a solution, of course. A problem well understood is a problem half solved. So without problem statement, if we consider that our mind is my friend only, if we have to see me versus the mind, and at least me and the mind. If I'm thinking that me and my mind are the same, I want this. When the mind says, hey, I want ice cream, we are thinking, I want ice cream. The mind says, I want TikTok, we think, I want TikTok. The moment you think like this, gone. At least we should come to a stage where we say, all right, my mind is asking this. This is a very high level of spiritual realization. To have this realization at all the times is very difficult. The moment at least we have some separation like this, we say, my mind wants this. Is a very, very helpful platform to start on. And as soon as you see mind separate from me, first step. Second is we treat mind as a patient. We say, right now it is diseased, it is disturbed, impure with so many thoughts. But with the treatment, it is going to be purified and become peaceful. And we were discussing how your mind is the only mind you have. It's not that you can say, all right, mind is a problem, then let me somehow or the other trash it. You cannot. That's the only mind you have. The only option we have is to purify it with patience. So treat it as a patient and treat it with patience. So it will take time. It will take a long time, maybe 10, 20 years if you are lucky. So, and we were discussing what are some of the solutions. So we thought we will discuss the solutions now. Many of you who have been here before know what ABCD stand for. It's not a kindergarten class now. And then we're going to discuss about 3 modes. This is very important to know what are these 3 modes, how it actually influences us. And then we're going to have some quiz. All of you are going to help discover what these 3 modes are while we quiz through these. Alright? Is this okay? Well, GIGO, computer scientists, people who have done computer science or some sort of computer science would know this. GIGO. FIFO we call it, first in, first out. So this is equivalent principle. This is GIGO. Garbage in, garbage out. Good in, good out. So if we keep dumping into our mind violence, lusty, angry, greedy things, we keep watching, we keep discussing, and what type of thoughts will come out? Same. Lusty, angry, greedy. Whatever we put in is what comes out. The more good we put in, the more good comes out. So we cannot change the output artificially. You may try. You may say, no, I'm going to control my anger. There are modern techniques like this. Whenever you become angry, count to 10 numbers. Backwards. 10, 9, 8. You may temporarily be pacified, but it's not going to be a permanent solution. Because we keep putting trash into bad or garbage into our mind. At some point it's going to burst out with garbage. So how to train the mind? Is good in, good out. And how do we put good or garbage in usually? It's based on what we read, what we see, what we watch and what we hear, and the company we keep. It is mentioned, you tell me 5 of your close friends and I can tell you who you are. So without changing the association, don't expect to change yourself. However long you read Bhagavad Gita, however long you chant, however spiritual you try to become, as long as you don't change your association, unfortunately, it's a lost cause. So if you want to change yourself, if you don't like who you are right now, then the first thing that's recommended is change your association. Change the type of people you associate with, change the type of content you associate with, the books, the music. Very essential. Because, okay, you're all going to help me now. What do we get in association? Let's say you go to an association, friend, good or bad, whatever. What do you get from an association? Please shout out and I'll repeat. What do you get from an association? When you go for a Sangatya, what will you get?
The energy associated.
We get some energy, whether it is negative energy or positive energy. Everybody there is angry, you also. Everybody is complaining about their spouses. You also, yes. I also have a big list. Let me give you. Okay, the energy. You match the energy of the association. And then is the energy you left behind, or do you take it with you when you go home? We take it also with us. Okay, you're saying something, right?
What we see here, we might hear something gossiping, like rumors or gossiping or whatever it is, so that we engage in discussing wrong things.
So in association, if it is a bad association, we engage in gossip, criticizing others, complaining about others and things like that. So that's what happens. Okay. What else do we get from association? We get information. Possibly. What else?
With good association,
We get knowledge. Smile. If we are in a positive association where everybody is smiling, as soon as you go there, can I request whoever maybe, please fill in, please feel free to. Everybody who sits here also gets prasadam, by the way. Okay. We get happiness. If we go and associate with happy people, we become happy. That is true. You are saying something, Maitreyi?
like say with good association, we feel gratitude, humble, depend on what type of group we are in, right? For example, this type of group, we feel humble, gratitude, that's what we take home. If you are in the group where there is always discussing about materialism and all those things, you feel that as if you don't have and you want to, jealousy, greediness, everything will be, depending on the type of person.
Very beautiful. We'll give a round of applause. Depending on the association, so you go material association, they're mostly trying to show off. See, I bought this stock, now it is 3 times. Now you are forced to say how you made more money. Yeah, in 2015 I also invested in Tesla and then it rocketed. So I also made a lot of money. The other guy saying, when I joined Nvidia was at this level. Now it's me. So now everybody is trying to show off that I am better than you. Indirectly. Nobody is saying that. But indirectly, everybody has their agenda. To show off that, I am also good, But you go to an association where humility is encouraged, inspired, valued. Somebody who knows so much, he say, I am a fool. You're thinking, how can I say that I know a lot? You're thinking, I'm forcefully at least. In the beginning, it may not come from the heart. You will say, actually, I also, if you say like that, I also don't know much. It's very difficult for us to say I'm a fool. Say, I also don't know much. But slowly, we will begin to realize actually, I don't know much. There is so much to be known. I actually know very little. And whatever little I know is only in the tongue only, not in the heart. I don't follow only whatever I know. So, we actually become humble when we are in the right association. We become humble. And in humility, actually, we access greater joy. Because soul is infinitesimally small. When it takes shelter in the Supreme, that's when we feel the fearlessness actually comes not because we are thinking I'm great, but because we are taking shelter of the great. We know there is a personality who is all powerful, all loving. So then we know, okay, he's powerful, which means he can do anything he wants. And he's all loving also, which means he'll do what is beneficial for me. So as soon as we know this, we become fearless. We say, all right, I'm going to do my best and leave the rest to Krishna. The modern man only takes things and talks about only the first part. Do your best and leave the rest, they say. We are not leaving the rest to something or somebody which randomly generates results. We are actually leaving the rest to Krishna, who is supremely loving and powerful. So when we know this, we will do our best. It's not that devotees, anyway Krishna will do everything. Why should I bother? So it's not like that. That's not spiritualism, it's laziness. So, okay, what else do we get from association? This side is very silent. We'll take some comments.
Ideally, intellectual stimulation.
We will get knowledge and intellectual stimulation. Our intelligence is sharpened. Very nice. We'll give a round of applause. And hopefully, of course, material intelligence is good. But in spiritual association, we will actually sharpen. We were showing the picture of the 5 horses. The intelligence is very weak. By associating with spiritual people who are also strengthening their spiritual intelligence, our spiritual intelligence will increase and stronger. And then we will be able to say no to the dictations of the mind. So very nice. What else? We get new ideas from association. That is, new ideas could be good or bad. I remember my son, Sriyan, hanging out with his friends. He was trying out credit card to buy Roblox. And I asked him, where did you get this idea? He said, my friend, he stole his father's credit card and he bought. I thought, oh God. So, new ideas good, but would be nice if they are good ideas that are beneficial. It's very nice. We'll give Saket, okay. By the way, you have kids classes. You're welcome to go there. I heard they are more fun. I speak very boring, but you're welcome to sit here. Can I request? It feels as if, please come forward.
He likes this company.
They like that corner. I don't know what is there. I know it is closer to Prasadam, but comfort. You feel sleepy, you just, nobody is there to. Okay, what else? We get validation. We hear, oh, okay, you're doing something right and something wrong. Okay, very nice. Inspiration. That's very important.
Yeah.
This is modern man doesn't take association with this attitude, but when we are coming for spiritual association especially, many times people, I have been going through myself and I'm sure I have met so many new people. However we may put it, we may say, right now I have more work, I'm tired, I have something more important, child is sick, children are not cooperating, wife is not supporting, husband is not supporting, whatever maybe the external reason is. One of the reasons is this, is that we don't feel inspired to take spiritual association. My spiritual master, he says that when you feel inspired and practice spirituality, and you feel inspired, today you're feeling, yes, Gita class is the best, Shyam Prabhu is the best. Not true, but you think like this and you come and you make a lot of progress. But he says, when you don't feel inspired, you're thinking these are boring classes. I'm better off watching a Netflix. Or, same classes online also are visible. Same title, I'm copy pasting YouTube. And then I'll watch it at home. Shyam Prabhuji is such a boring person. I never knew spirituality can be so boring. And whatever you think, no inspiration. My spiritual master, he says, when you don't feel inspired, but still you do it, you say, all right, okay, I'm not able to put another foot in front of me and walk. It feels like a ton, so much weight pulling you to your couch. Please become couch potato. With so much difficulty you're getting up and walking to the car and the mind is telling, why are you going? It's a useless waste of time. This. But you still come. My spiritual master, he said, you will make the greatest spiritual progress. When you don't feel inspired and still come anyway, then Krishna will say, all right, because you have taken so much pain to come here, I'm going to give you more spiritual realizations. So a sincere soul versus an insincere soul difference is this. Insincere soul, when they feel joyful, immediately happy, Kirtan is amazing, Prasadam is amazing, oh, stories are amazing, jokes are also very nice. They'll come and they'll sit and hear. Insincere souls. But as soon as the topics are little more painful, those especially who identify themselves as the mind, we criticize the mind. We say, mind is not your friend. They're thinking, this guy is my enemy. No TikTok. Don't go to Gita class. Useless classes. whatever little enjoyment I have in my life, that also they are trying to take away. So, insincere soul thinks like this. But whereas sincere soul, I know this is beneficial for me. Even though it's painful for me right now, it's beneficial for me. So I will still go. So, please come for spiritual association, not for entertainment. We will try to make it as entertaining as possible. But for inspiration. Even one sentence you hear is something you may not have heard in many, many lifetimes. So this 1 hour that you're spending for your soul is well worth your 3 hours of your time. So please do come. What else do we get from association?
Consistency.
Very nice. Those of us who take time to come, after a few weeks, first 5-10 weeks is going to be little difficult. I have seen many people, and sometimes people ask me about New Year resolution. We say, what is your New Year resolution? I want to regularly exercise. And then I add, I do exercise once a month. No, very regular. Once a month for sure exercising. So, but this type of regularity is not very regular. So please see if you are able to keep up the spiritual association more regularly. It takes a lot of effort. We're going to discuss one of the signs of Sattva Gun is stability. Those who are able to have regular cadence, not once in a month. The reason why we keep once a week satsang like this, it's actually very difficult. If you host a couple of programs, you will know how much challenges are. Of course, for us, we have so many wonderful volunteers we are grateful to, because of which it makes a joyful process. And but everybody cooking every week, I know so many Matajis who feel inspired to cook every week. Prabhus also. It's not easy actually. Every week you're cooking one big vessel of curry. Not easy. So, but still we keep every week because we want to have at least a weekly cadence. And once that habit is set, sometimes we may be forced to take a break. And then people will feel, "Arey, something big is missing from my life. Only one Saturday is missing. 2 weeks feels like, wow, long time. I'm missing my Gita class." That will come eventually. But first, we must get that regularity. And in the beginning, it's going to be very difficult to form that habit. But as I mentioned, when you don't feel inspired and you still do it, then Krishna will release more inspiration, more realizations. One thing that we also get in the association is transfer of desires. You go in the association of material people, they are talking, "Hey, after I joined NVIDIA, I'm now getting 400K. So now I'm able to buy Tesla. We now upgraded from a 3-bedroom house to a 5-bedroom house. Kids have their own room, they have their own computer, TV, they don't bother me anymore." And then you're thinking, correct only. Maybe I should also join NVIDIA. Sorry, Mataji. I have nothing against NVIDIA. We'll take Apple. I don't like Apple also. They have many, I think Bay Area, any finger you put is a work-life balance is terrible. My senior director, he sent an email for this weekend. He said, "Highly recommended, but optional." Jira-thon. So, bug-a-thon. Fixing of bugs. Monday to Friday is not enough. So on weekend also. So they're encouraging us to come to work. We'll provide free food, incentives. I was thinking, what is this? Anyway, so transfer of desires happen in the association of, in any association, whether it is good desires or bad desires. You just associate long enough. It is mentioned, no? If you want to learn how to drink, no need to watch YouTube, no need to read manuals, anything like that. Just go associate with the drunkards. They will teach you. You will become an expert in 1 week. how to drink, what is the order to drink, and all that, you will become expert. So similarly, if you want to become a spiritualist, very easy, very, very easy. All you have to do yourself is commit to coming in the association of Vaishnavas. That's it. It's very simple. If you just come here, everything else will be taken care. There are so many other things, so much knowledge to be had, so many life changes, lifestyle changes we have to make, food habits we have to make, so many other things are there. But they are all subservient to this main principle, which is association. And you may try all these other things, 1,000 other things, but don't have regular association. You may do thousands of other things, guaranteed you will fail. So that's the main takeaway from this session. So if you want to leave now, you may leave. But Prashadam is not yet ready, I think. A is for? So we said 5 things. A, B, C, D, E. So I'm going to be quick. B is for books, spiritual books. It is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita introduction, it comes. Mala nirmochanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine sakrit gitamrita snanam samsara malanashanam. It is mentioned every day to purify our body, we take bath, 15 minutes. Very nice. We put so much soap and perfume also every day. Pss, 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 pss. So for removing the smell, you can close the window if you like. You don't want. So to remove the impurities, we do snanam. But to remove the impurities from the heart, from the mind, it is mentioned, Sakrit Gitamrita Snanam. So we are supposed to do bathing with Bhagavad Gita. Not with Bhagavad Gita, as in, but read Bhagavad Gita. We have a reading call and a chanting call in the morning. We're going to speak about it a little later. But I think we have started it about 2024 January. And we are currently in the 9th chapter. So we have successfully read translation and purport. 9th chapter is the middle chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which means in 1.5 years.
We restarted again this year. We started again from there.
Oh yes, because there were some new people who were interested to join. Venuji and Prashantji kindly agreed to restart. And we again, but still we went on to read 9 chapters, which is unimaginable. When we started, were you thinking you were able to read this much and go as far as we did? So we completed 700 verses. I think how many pages is Bhagavad Gita? Okay, please find out. We'll do the statistics later. So we read half of the Bhagavad Gita in 1.5 years. And slowly, every day we read only for 5 minutes, discuss for another 10 minutes. That's it. Very blissful, life-changing, transforming, slowly but surely. We will, in the beginning, we don't even understand why Bhagavad Gita reading is needed. But as we read, we actually understand why it is needed. So B for books, but specifically spiritual books. And there is one more book, Srimad Bhagavatam. It is mentioned, Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramahamsyam Ekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate Tatra Jnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitam Naishkarmyama Vishkritam Tachunvan Supatan Vicharana Paru Bhaktya Vimuche Nara. This is from the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Not this verse, but another verse, which mentions the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. How by studying Srimad Bhagavatam, it is actually Paramahamsas, those who are completely liberated, no material attachment, those who are completely liberated, where do they get their enjoyment from? Not Netflix, not Gulab Jamun, not the association of opposite gender. But where do they get their happiness from? This verse says Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam, it is compared to Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam sukhamukad amruta drava samyutam. Drava samyutam, it is mentioned. Nectar, when it is in juicy form, you can just pibata Bhagavatam, this verse says. Just drink this nectar of Bhagavatam. Those who have this habit of reading Bhagavatam on a regular basis, you will feel nourished. The happiness we are looking for is in Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is an introductory book. It's mostly philosophical. So it's going to be very difficult for you to go through without stories and things like that. But Bhagavatam is something that you can parallelly study. So usually we call these as Gita Essence. So we give the breadth of the summary of Bhagavad Gita, the summary of Vedic knowledge first. So we know the conclusion of all of this. And then we start studying Bhagavad Gita. And once we made some progress in Bhagavad Gita, it is recommended we start reading Bhagavatam also. And tomorrow, which is Sunday, tomorrow is Bhadra Purnima. And in Bhagavatam it is mentioned, Ansh, can you please read the translation of this? Wherever is the second mic, we will give it to him.
If on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places the Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme goal.
Why do someone get this supreme goal as soon as we give the gift of Srimad Bhagavatam? Because, of course, it's not just mechanical. Gives gift of Srimad Bhagavatam to oneself or to others. Their path to the spiritual journey, spiritual world is fixed. Depending on their own sincerity, how quickly they read, they'll make faster progress and things like that. But the best gift we can give is Srimad Bhagavatam to oneself and to others also. So that's why it is recommended. Many Indians, they say, we are not into reading books. None of us were. I studied one novel, English novel in engineering, because we had to make a presentation on that novel. Otherwise, apart from textbooks, I never read any other book. So when I first heard about Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavad Gita, that book seemed like big mountain. And when I saw Srimad Bhagavatam, which is, I think, 12 cantos and 18 books, that I thought, crazy people you must be. But again, these books look much bigger than they are. In the beginning, you would just read translations only to get the storyline. And then we go into what we call as purport, which is commentary of the Acharyas, explaining what this verse means. So, it's a beautiful book. It has all, it mentions about 24 avatars, 24 incarnations of Vishnu. We only know the Dashavatar, but Srimad Bhagavatam speaks about 24 incarnations. And so many stories, so many wonderful stories through which we can learn. And stories, they imprint in our mind much deeper, much longer. So we are able to apply much more beautifully. The Sanskrit, the shloka is nectar. Those who are little rasik, you will relish reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So please do consider getting a set of Srimad Bhagavatam for yourself. There will be a ceremony tomorrow evening at the ISKCON temple. So if you can't afford, there are many people who are sponsoring, those who have relished this Srimad Bhagavatam and have put in their life's savings to give away Srimad Bhagavatams for free. So if you don't feel inspired to donate money, you are welcome to come and get a free set. Of course, most of us are financially well off. So, but still, if you have any reservation, you can come get a free set of Srimad Bhagavatam. And once you feel sufficiently nourished by Srimad Bhagavatam, then you can donate for somebody else and continue that cycle. So please do come. Tomorrow is perfect time to get a Srimad Bhagavatam. We're going to speak little later about, we're also planning to start an evening Srimad Bhagavatam reading call. So we will just read for 5 minutes, 10 minutes we discuss question and answers. So it's going to be amazing. So those of us who have had this habit, I remember in COVID, during COVID time, for almost, we read Srimad Bhagavatam for 5 years, every day evening. I think we started off from 8:30 to 8:45. And then it slowly increased. Everybody loved reading so much that our calls would start at 8:30 and end at 10 o'clock. So at some point, I had to say, I think this is, it's wonderful that you're relishing these discussions. There would be questions and counter questions and connections. Oh yeah, we read this story, read that story. It's amazing. It was difficult to control people. But at some point, we had to take care of kids and other responsibilities also. So we will start with a 15-minute reading call to begin with. So if you feel inspired, we're going to share more information in the end. Okay, so B is for books. Page by page, be a sage. Before you age, escape the cage. We were discussing how that cage, the bird is there. Page by page. Transformation will come only page by page. Don't be worried, oh, so many books, so much to read. This is always, material mind says like this. It distracts us and says, you can never do this. No. Always focus on, this is Vaishishika Prabhu, he is our temple president. He is an amazing personality. He has been practicing bhakti for more than 50 years. Even though born in America, at the age of 14, he was looking for spiritual knowledge. So he became vegetarian at a very young age and he was looking for spiritual knowledge. And he became a monk at the age of 14. Can you imagine? 14-year monk. He went and joined the temple. So these are all extraordinary souls who were placed by Krishna to give and inspire. So he has something to say about what we can do to prioritize our goals. Let's see if we can.
Don't you hate being ruled by bad habits? Bad habits are like bad masters, always telling us what to do and telling us the wrong thing. It doesn't have to be this way. Decide what you want and write it down. As soon as you write it down, your mind will start working towards your goals. You get to prioritize, and nobody's going to fly in from another country and tell you exactly what to do. You have to decide. Use your intelligence, and when you're in your right mind, write it down, get it ordered, and as soon as it's on paper, you can start doing something about changing your life and moving in a positive direction. That is the mantra of winners, and that is your prerogative as a human being. Use your free will and move in the right direction. Decide what you want and write it down.
Decide what you want and write it down. Haribo! So it is mentioned, all of us feel anxious. We have fear of the future because we don't know where we are going. So that's why it's essential to at least have a high level plan. Okay, in 5 years I want to be here. 10 years I want to be here. And then write it down. And many a times I have this personal experience. We even decide, okay, I'm going to do this. But 6 months later also we don't do anything about our New Year resolution. Anyone has this experience? You make a resolution. You're saying, okay, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to start chanting. I'm going to read Bhagavad Gita. I'm going to become more patient with my children. I'm going to become more grateful to my spouse. Whatever, etc., etc., etc. You may have a big list of New Year resolution. 6 months on, now 8 months on, 9 months on. Huh? Any of you have this experience where you think you haven't made much progress on those resolutions? Please raise. When you raise, at least when we are honest like this, a problem committed in front of everyone is a problem also half solved. Anyone has this problem? And the reason is we don't break down our goal. So when you should know this, as soon as you are not making progress in a goal, then you should know you are not breaking down that goal. not enough to a small chunk where you can bite it. Okay, so why are we speaking about B for books? Because when we read spiritual books, our intelligence becomes strong. And then we will be able to control the mind. Alright. That's a very interesting. 4 stages of self-transformation. When we have unhealthy mind, it is mentioned, there is no struggle only. We are doing something nonsense. Failure without struggle. We don't even know we are struggling, or we don't even know we are a failure. Just going on, life going on, Facebook, TikTok, maja. It is mentioned, pain of discipline is better than pain of regret. So, discipline right now is very painful. But regret on your deathbed, 10 years later, you're thinking, oh, I should have raised my children differently. I should have had a better relationship with my husband or wife. I should have managed my work life properly. I should have taken care of my health properly. I should have given more time for spiritual life when I was younger. It is mentioned the pain of discipline is better, it's uncomfortable, but it's better than the pain of regret. Because the pain of regret is unbearable. So, and then the second level is mind and intelligence tussle. So intelligence is saying, hey, this is wrong, you should not do this. You remember you decided not to do this. But eventually mind is so strong, it will win. So failure after struggle. So we will fail, but we are struggling at least. Many people give up here. They think, anyway I am failing. What is the point of me struggling? What is the point of me trying to control my mind? But then, in due course of time, the third stage, which is intelligence, mind, tussle. So now intelligence is more stronger. And then success after struggle. Sometimes these things can go on. Sometimes failing after struggle, sometimes success after struggle. And then slowly, mostly success after struggle. And eventually, success without struggle. And that is the state of a healthy mind. So that is B for books, spiritual books, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So please, there is a lot of research that was done. Stanford, around 100 people did a lot of research. And they found out that you cannot read books that you don't have. So please get books first. And it's good to have that pressure on you. Because you see the book, I tell people, it took me 7 years to open Bhagavad Gita that I got. But I'm glad I got it 7 years ago at least. So that pressure, I got the book, not reading, got the book, not reading. And eventually, when I got the inspiration, I jumped. I joined, signed up on all the classes, and so it was amazing. And C is for chanting. Mantra, man means the mind. Tra means trayate, something that delivers from the fickle nature of the mind, from the impurities of the mind. That is mantra. And chanting, of course, there are many mantras, but Maha Mantra means the mother of all mantras. And why is this so? Of course, ISKCON, one thing you'll notice is everything they say is Shastric. If it is mentioned in Shastra, then it is authentic. I cannot come up and say, oh no, I got Maha Mantra. How? I was meditating in the Himalayas and it is revealed to me. No, it's not like that. Everything that has to be revealed is revealed in Shastra. So, which everybody has. So we follow Shastra like that. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam itself, it is mentioned, there are 4 yugas. Kriti dhyayato pumsan. In Krita Yuga or Satya Yuga, Dhyanam is the recommended process. Krite dhyayato Vishnu. Krite dhyayato Vishnu. Meditating on Vishnu is the means of self-realization. In Satya Yuga it is mentioned lifetime was 100,000 years and people were very pure. Everybody would wake up in the morning before Brahma Muhurta at 4:30. Everybody is pure. Everybody is sattvic. So a very conducive environment. But people had to meditate for thousands of years. 10,000 years you had to meditate. And more. So, Krite Dhyayato Vishnu, Tretayam Yajato Makai. In Treta Yuga, Yajna is the recommended process for self-realization. So you see Vishwamitra coming and asking Rama's help for protecting the yajna that they're doing. They would do elaborate yajnas. Because that is the way of self-realization in that day. And Dwapare Paricharyayam. In Dwapar Yuga, deity worship. They would build huge temples and would have elaborate deity worship. They would have big festivals. So that was the way of self-realization. And Tretayam Jajato Makai, Dwapare Paricharyayam, Kalau Tad Hari Kirtanat. In Kali Yuga, what should we do? Hari Kirtan. Chanting of Hari. So that is the way of self-realization. So we must, if possible, please have a practice. It is recommended at least every day one round, which takes about in the beginning maybe 15 minutes to chant. If possible, we will do this at the end. So 15 minutes of chanting. And every day if possible, in the morning you can wake up. If not in Brahma Muhurta, at least as the first thing in the morning, you can brush your teeth. Maybe if possible, take bath. If not also okay, you can at least sit in a nice place in front of the altar. You may have other spiritual ritualistic habits that you may have. You please consider adding this also into your schedule. And you will see in due course of time how it's actually pacifying your mind and purifying your mind. So, okay, so kids were asking that they also wanted to chant. Shall we do a short, maybe 10-minute chanting now? Or should we wait for kids to chant? Not now. Should we wait for kids to come in the end and then do chanting together?
Yes.
Okay, we will. I don't have this in next slide. So if you want to join the chanting group, we have a separate WhatsApp group. Please take out your phone. You may join. You can scan the QR code and join this. There we post more inspiration. We have multiple forums. We have morning chanting call for adults and kids. And then we have evening chanting call also. At around, right now I think it's at 8:30. I think it may be changed to 7:30 or 8 o'clock soon. We will also post about the Srimad Bhagavatam reading call as well. So if you're interested in chanting in the association of others, please do join. Going in 3, 2, 1. Okay. A, B, C are done. A is for? B is for? C is for? And D is for diet. Jai se an, vai se man. Jai se pani, vai se vani. So, we are what we eat. When we eat sattvic food, we have sattvic thoughts. When we eat rajasic food, we have rajasic thoughts. When we eat tamasic food, we become dull. So, it's very important for spiritualists to be vegetarian. In fact, some people say, for the sake of arguing, you say we are killing animals and eating, but you are killing plants and eating. That is true actually. Even plants have life. But in most cases, we don't kill the plant. We take the vegetable from the plant and we use it. So it's and plant doesn't have well-developed consciousness. So the amount of pain a living entity feels when we cut its throat versus when we take a fruit or a vegetable is not the same. That's number one. Number two, but even in that also there is some karma involved. Some papa we get. So that's why we are not actually vegetarian, we are Krishnatarian. We take the vegetable, make nice bhoga, without tasting, we first offer it to Krishna. The mood is, I am not the enjoyer. Right now, as soon as I see gulab jamun, I'm thinking, nice gulab jamun, nice rasagulla. What is our dessert today? Mango lassi. Prashant Prabhu made. Looks very tasty. Water is dripping from it. So from that, we must move away from. If you want to find eternal happiness, we must give up this tendency of enjoyer, because we will be frustrated. If we have this tendency to be enjoyer, we will be frustrated. So we offer it to Krishna and then take it as prasad. So D is for diet. So we cook in the consciousness, and when we offer it to Krishna, Krishna takes away all the karma away. And then, so that way we are not eating sin, we are eating Krishna prasad. Krishna gives us. And and then of course, Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. While we are living in this world, we must eat something. Our goal is not that no papa and fast and die. That's not the purpose of human life. The purpose of human life is eat whatever is necessary to keep the body and soul together and pursue the purpose of life, the goal of life, which is to realize who we are and who God is and what is our connection. So,
with your own responsibilities.
And while of course spirituality is not, we are not recommending people to run away to forest, leave away your responsibilities. That's actually premature renunciation, what we call as Falgu Vairag. We'll talk more about it in later sessions. So sattvic food is recommended. That's for D. And E is for engaging in seva. We do, of course, most of our day spent in taking care of ourselves, taking care of our family, taking care of my desires. Everything is me only, because we are the center of our world. But as soon as we try to put somebody else in the center, purification begins. So engaging in seva, of course we can do different types of sevas. We can serve. Many people are of course so self-centered. They should begin with serving their family properly. And once that is satisfied, then maybe serve the society, serve humanity, serve the planet, and serve God also. And what to serve, which is the best, we're going to have maybe another separate session, maybe in 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. We will talk about what is the best service. Why is that the best service? How is it beneficial? We're going to talk about that. Here is a short video from our last week. I think many of us went for doing seva for Radhastami. I'm sorry, I could only take a video of few people who blissfully were serving in this small room. There were many more volunteers from our Gita class. Every month, we go once a month to the ISKCON temple in Mountain View, and we help with vegetable chopping. So, this is a short video. Oh, what happened? I think I should play here. Haribo! Haribo! Srimati Radharani ki jai! That's it. So you may engage in seva like that. Okay, we'll take, so I've been speaking for past 45 minutes. We'll take a short break and take any questions and reflections. What are the ABCDs? Engage in seva. Okay, very nice.
I had this question. I'd heard this puzzle. I'm sure many might have heard it already, but let me just say for this, ask that puzzle again and relate to one of the topics you mentioned. So there are two leaders in the world. One leader is very vegetarian, always wakes up early morning, always punctual, always on time, follows up on what he says and does that. And there's another leader who's like always drinks late at night, wakes up around 12 o'clock, and he enjoys life to his best. And these are the two leaders. Now, what kind of leader would you prefer? So, at a world level, who would be your obvious choice?
What? Choice number 1, please raise your hand.
Yeah.
Do you prefer a leader who is self-controlled, pure in habits, and selfless in his endeavors?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
Who prefers option 2?
Yeah.
Who is
prefers
sleeping
option
late,
2?
enjoys his life to the fullest, selfish?
Yeah.
So I know the answer to the puzzle, so neither option is actually good. So
Yeah. So whoever selected number 1 actually voted for Hitler, and whoever would have gone for number 2 was Winston Churchill. So these were the 2 leaders. So that actually brings me this
the question.
of
Now
sattvic
let us-
diet. So how did Hitler was actually a vegetarian and very much on the very disciplinarian, very disciplined, and I guess I looked at his past history and all. He was from a military background, and he was first a sideline soldier, and he grew up all the way. And that was actually his appeal. That's how he became powerful after World War One. So now how does that relate to the diet? Because if he was so vegetarian and he caused such a big cruelty in.
So your question is, does Lata Mataji to my rescue.
His association mattered. That's why he became what he was. His association. That's it. That's
Very
what
nice.
I would go for.
Very nice question. Actually, it stumped us. I was thinking maybe you're referring to Narendra Modi and our Trump ji. But a very important question. Being a vegetarian, does it guarantee that you will have a very high character and you will do everything selflessly? No, that's not a guarantee. The opposite is also true. If you are non-vegetarian, we will see in the karma something called instant reaction and delayed reaction. I'll give a brief answer. In India, we used to have these, in olden days, grain storing things. And 1 year you get good grains, you put it. Next year you get bad grains, you put it. And then we take from bottom. So, even though we put bad grains this year, sometimes we might be getting good grains from our previous lifetimes. So even though they may have bad habits right now, the conditioning is such, because they have done a lot of good in their past lives, they are still sattvic, they are still responding. This is not a general statement. This is an exception, by the way. But if you notice, most people who are drunkards, so the 3 modes that we're going to discuss, if 80% of the people who have bad habits have bad character. It's difficult for us to accept because we also fall in that category. Naturally we'll say, he's criticizing me. I sleep late, I eat this, I eat that. So, yeah, that's true actually. Truth be told. And of course, it's alright. If we are there, no problem. So, we will at least learn this is a higher platform. And similarly, the exception on the other side is also true. Those who are vegetarian, there are people, anyway, who may, if you don't have proper consciousness, proper association, proper guidance. Who is this guy who invented atomic bomb? Oppenheimer. So he read Bhagavad Gita. But he came up with his own conclusions. He is not a self-realized personality. So yeah, you may even read spiritual books, but the conclusions you come to could be entirely different. So yeah, it's the association we keep, the humility we have. So many ingredients that make success happen, not just one. But these are exceptions that you said. But in general, people who are sattvic, who are eating sattvic food, sattvic lifestyle, they tend to be happier. But exceptions do exist. Thank you for the nice. You woke us up. Everybody is sleeping. As soon as the first option is Hitler, everyone, what? So, okay, we'll take 7 more minutes and then we'll move on. Yes.
So you talked about the modes of self-realization in the four yugas, and the first one was through meditation, and then from then on it became more like chanting or praying or yagnas. So the first one seems like a way genuinely towards self-realization. But the other three that you mentioned, how do they lead to self-realization? It seems more of a activity which is done like more passively. You're focusing more on the activity rather than thinking more about self-realization. So I get the first one, how it could lead to self-realization. In fact, I see the proper path, but not the other three.
Usually, material mind doesn't like rules. Anything that's repetitive, mind says, I'm bored, please give me something else. Same thing repeated, material mind gets feel bored. So how do we purify the mind? By practicing the same thing. So actually, Satya Yuga meditation, silent meditation, is very difficult. In my practice, my spiritual practice, I do chanting, 16 ounces of chanting, which takes about 2 hours for us every day. So I feel chanting is easier, so we also do Gayatri mantras. But those are supposed to be chanted silently. And those are supposed to be chanted in the mind. I find it very difficult to chant those mantras. It's easier for me to chant out loud than, of course, in the beginning, even that chanting felt very difficult. So, one mantra, mind is gone somewhere. After 20 mantras, I realized, Hare, why am I planning for weekend? I'm supposed to chant now, then bring back the mind. So, what you're saying is, if the mind is focused on the chanting and repeatedly doing, it's actually a very difficult process. So in Satya Yuga, silent meditation is actually very, very difficult. So because with every yuga, one of the legs of dharma is broken. So we'll talk more about it in future sessions. So the self-realization is also made easier and simpler. So how come, for example, yajnas, how can yajna result in self-realization? Because there is effort involved in getting these pure ingredients. So there is austerity. Austerity is a good friend of purification. So when we do austerities, that's why in spiritual path it is recommended we do Ekadashi fasting, fasting from certain types of foodstuffs and things like. Because when we do austerity, austerity is like going to gym for the mind. The mind will become little pacified over time. So when we are supposed to get ingredients, pure ingredients, there is effort involved and there is rules. You are supposed to recite this mantra, you have to be particularly attentive. The mood in which you are chanting. You cannot, when will this be done? I can go home and watch this new Netflix series that I have been longing to watch. So thinking like this, Vedic mantras are very dangerous. If your consciousness is not pure, Vedic mantras will give in the opposite of what you are asking for. So that's why people are, out of fear at least, they are attentive. They are like, okay, let me purify my mind, be very attentive and read these mantras. So they are training their mind to be attentive, to be pure, and in due course of time, they will eventually get purity. Is that helpful? Yes. Thank you. One final question, comment, reflection. You had a comment, thought? Okay, if not, we will all stand up once. I have another, maybe, I know it's longer, but we'll try to complete. Is it okay? We will complete the 3 modes of material nature and then, okay, we will all get up once. This time, instead of doing Gauranga Nityananda, I would like each of you to go and meet someone whom you have not met before, not spoken before. Introduce yourself and how are you? Please discuss. This is the thing you are supposed to discuss. You're going to discuss how are these Gita sessions helping you? What did you learn and what are you practicing? Trying to put it into practice. So, what did you learn? How are you putting into practice? Who are you? What did you learn? How are you practicing? Please go. I am watching, so no familiar faces. 2 people.
Just classes for 1 year. Yeah, I think for me, and I think you were doing I think for me it's been total like life changing, to be honest, right? And like I've tried many things. For me, I still feel that my life sort of flipped when I turned 14. Suddenly all these spiritual things made way. Always had some sort of but never knew what to do, how to manifest it, how does it work. So I think one was that I did a reach I did that. Started with that, felt really great. I did the practice for very much. Still helps me actually do it. But the part that was missing was the consistency. I would do it for a few days and miss and then do it and not do it. And I remember many times that since I joined the class, my question is, how do I become consistent? Because I tried doing something and I go hard. There's a very good example, right, of cooking rice. Imagine if you keep turning the stove on and off, the rice will cook. No, right? That's the thing, right? So I think what is really so coming every week, and that's been the joy and the beauty of this, more than anything, the knowledge, the company, but more than I think the association. But that's so hard to find. Because I have friends, but maybe they are not in the same place. They are thinking about different things. They are thinking about different things. Sitting with them, talking about these things, but coming here every week and talking about this, I feel it's amazing. So that's my biggest thing. How do you?
So for me, I would say the biggest PhD is one is being led by some problems because otherwise you don't know where to start, you don't know where to should I randomly become a Bhagavad Gita and start eating it that way, maybe yes, maybe no, but I cannot want to
Hare Krishna. Do you need more time? Okay, 1 more minute.
It's not good for some other purpose in your life, but
You're supposed to meet someone, you're supposed to meet someone new.
Yeah, but I think I go to my other circles, right? I think that it keeps me going back to the old thing, right? The older things. We're talking, at least we're talking about cars, buildings, like what home we have got, what stocks are there. So it kind of increases the probability of lapsing back and going back to the old days. But again, more than coming here, and to be honest, now I'm actually at a stage that moment I don't miss it for a week, I miss it. So that's it. Like, something is missing. So I think that's good. I've tried, I've been trying to. Like I said, everyone is on a different path. Someone has a very young, very different, it's not possible. Someone are very far away from us. You can see the problems in their life. Not that I don't have the solution, but I can see that, okay, so now I can start with myself. Right? Another thing I feel that is here is, I think you don't need some person to call you or someone said it's not so it's been easy and just hearing you are much more advanced. But I think it hasn't happened yet, but we also have other people who want that to come. Like sometimes even people from India come and they come for a session. Hearing them makes you feel that how advanced they are, like, what they have become. And that's sort of reinforcement that, whatever the path is, if this path led them to reach it, at least I might be at a 0.01%, but at least it's the right direction. So that's very inspiring. You just hear those people. Yeah.
I was at the same time then I just moved to Vegas. So I'm still coming to Menlo Park, but just closing my office. I was in Instagram. So I was trying to inspire the things like likes and comments and all that. So our team was helping build all of that.
Very cool.
So that was my 4 years.
Hare Krishna. I think everybody is enjoying their time discussing. Please, I'm sorry to break your trance. Matajis are especially happy. Yes, yeah. Please come. And please spread out. I know now you have much more stronger bonds. So I hope, by the way, the reason we have these name tags, I think we are officially out of these name tags. So hopefully now you will memorize your names, not your names, other people's names. So it's of course it's one of the fundamentals of human relationship, because we love our name so much. Anyone who calls out our name, we feel, this person is a best friend of me. So you want to make friendship with others, please remember their names. Especially if you share names, it's easy. So Naveen. Alright. So I promised in another 20 minutes, we'll quickly cover one more topic. So far we covered how to make our mind our friend. And those are? And these are not passive. As you can see, all of them requires effort. Association, most difficult. Every Saturday, every other Saturday, your friends seem to be celebrating birthday, Griha Pravesh, that, this, that. So I know many people who come here have kindly chosen to prioritize. So have intelligently planned in such a way that they go to this birthday party before day and spend quality time with their friends, so they are satisfied. But skip on Saturday evening and come here. Many people, Satyaji, he was here earlier. So his wife and his family went to some other Satyanarayan Vratam. But he said, I'll come here, stay as long as possible, and then here. So it's very nice to see that type of commitment. And Krishna really appreciates when you have to make choices like that, and so we will actually make more progress. So please see how you can intelligently organize in your lives in such a way that you give a special place for Saturday evening. People should know, after 6 months, my relatives don't bother calling us on Saturday evening. Has been like that for a few years now, but it's not that we are saying disconnect with social life. It's actually better if you go some other time. What will you do when you go to a social gathering? So you will say, they'll say, thank you so much for coming, nice saree. Yeah, we bought house, we bought Tesla car, this, that only. So if you go at a different time, so you will have actually more personal connection with them. And then you can, if not speak Bhagavad Gita, but at least speak some principles that uplift them, that inspire them, that encourage them to do better in their life, rather than these useless materialistic conversations. So we can, but in a birthday party you cannot give Bhagavad Gita class. So but when you go one-to-one, it's actually you make stronger relationships, and you will have uplifting relationships, not just some socialization. So A, B, C, D, like that. All of them takes effort. So please do see how you can take small steps. Please write it down. Think about it. We will take some reflections next week when you come on what are some of the changes, minor changes you might be making. You may say, I used to wake up at 7:30. Now I'm waking up at 7:15. That's a great change. If you're able to do this for the rest of the year, I guarantee you, every 15-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute change like that is going to change your life. 10 years from now, you're going to look back to year 2025 and then say, this is the defining moment in my life. So you want change in your life? You have to make some lifestyle changes. Coming here and hearing, you'll feel, yes, this is nice. But this is not going to be a lasting effect. If you want to have a lasting effect in your own life and in the lives of your family and others, then lifestyle changes are a must. So please think about these ABCD. How can you, very incremental, very small, nothing is insignificant. Every small thing counts. So please think about it. We will hear success, struggling, failure stories next week. Either way, as we said, we will fail in the beginning. We are expected to fail. So that's okay, no problem. We would be happy to hear and encourage. 3 modes. What are these 3 modes? But before we discuss, imagine yourself sitting in a theater. Recently, many of us went to a movie called Mahavatar Narsimha. Such a beautiful movie, amazing music. So brings out devotion just easily like that. But imagine you're sitting in some movie theater and there is fire. What would some people do? What are some of the things that people might do when you are engulfed in fire from all directions? What are some of the things people do? Please shout out and repeat. Some people will scream. Some people run for life. Some pray. This side has been very silent.
Find fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher. She will chant Radha Raman's name.
Some water, find some water nearby.
Find some water nearby.
Try to cover all fire engine.
Try to cover our body with
We are looking for that.
some sheet, something. Try to cover our body.
Calling friends.
Call fire department. Call 911.
Looking for
Men are clueless. They are thinking.
looking for family.
Please share.
Some may take video.
Some take video, live stream, put it on TikTok, Instagram. Look at me. Alright, you're saying something.
Prabhuji's will wait for guidance from the Mataji.
So this is the reason. What Lata Mataji is saying is, all our lives we are used to following our wives. So we are not thinking independently. We think, anyway, my wife will decide what I need to do. I will simply follow. I wish that were true, but anyway. Yes, someone had their hand up.
Someone call loud one.
Someone will call. Okay, let me call my loud one. The one who calls me loudly. Okay, what else? So why do people behave differently like this? So many different ways people respond to. Right? Even sometimes, even us, in some situations we behave differently. In some other situations we behave completely differently. And we are thinking, no, this is not nice. I should not have behaved like this. I should have done something else. So why do people behave the way they behave? That's what we're going to discuss according to Bhagavad Gita. And sometimes we may even wonder. Sometimes people find happiness in drinking alcohol, not water. So sometimes people take drugs to find happiness. So why do people find happiness in different things? Is this, I mean, some people say, no, they are taking drugs, it makes them happy, let them be. What's the problem? So some people philosophize also. So these three modes is a lens through which we can understand that there is a lower thing and there is a higher thing. It's not that somebody, they let them do what they want to do. So we will try to understand why these three modes we speak in these sessions. Because understanding where we are is a very important step in a GPS. If you want to go somewhere, you must first know where you are. I recently was trying to go somewhere on my Google Maps. Literally, this happened I think 2.5 weeks ago. It was showing the starting point somewhere else. It assumed, it thought I was somewhere else. I went, I took right. It was a dead end, but it was showing something else, take left, and I was thinking, what is this? So then, of course, I realized it's a bug, so I closed the app and opened again, and then it properly showed where I was. So knowing where we are is a very important step. So what are we influenced by and things like that is a very important step. And some of you will be really grateful about mode of goodness that's coming up soon. Because I can see many of you are already situated in that platform where you're sattvic and things like that. But we'll first speak about what are these three modes. Three modes are like this. Are like the three primary colors. How many colors do we have? 3 primary colors, but when they are mixed,
White.
when they're all mixed, they're white. But they can, depending on the portions, they can give rise to infinite colors. Many shades. So the 3 modes are like this. I think all of you know. What is the first mode? Sattva Guna, Rajas, Tamas. So these are the 3 modes combined at different time, at different points in our life, combined differently, make us do different things. So that's what we're going to explore today. So we're going to skip the verse in the interest of time. Can I have, what's your name? Can you please move here so you can read this translation, material nature? We will give you a mic.
Sattvam rajastama iti gunah prakriti sambhavah nibadhnanti mahabaho dehi dehi namavyayam. Material nature consists of 3 modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, O mighty armed Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes. Bhagavad Gita 14.5.
Very nice. Thank you for reading. So, when the living entity comes to this material world, we're going to discuss more about this in the next session, karma session, why it comes, how it comes, and things like that. But when it comes, it is mentioned, it is actually like a pure light. No contaminations, everything is good. But in due course of time, because of its association with other impure living entities, it slowly acquires different colors. We're going to use these 3 colors. These are not the primary colors, but we're going to use these. Yellow representing the light that's coming from the filament. Is it yellow? Is it red? Is it blue? Or is it white? White. So it's white, but because it's surrounded by yellow glass, it will come out as yellow light, red light, or blue light. So these are like the 3. When you go to the gas station, we have 87, 89, 91. So different levels of purity. So unfortunately, most of us put 87. So we into our cars and into our minds also. So because tamas is what we associate mostly with, unfortunately, in the modern world. So we're going to see how are these 3 modes. They actually influence what we perceive. So because of this yellow, red, blue filament that's in front of us, same thing 2 people are looking at. One person looks at it as, oh, very nice. Another person may look at it as, what is this? Such a selfish person. What they perceive in itself is going to be different because of their previous associations of the modes. Because they associated too much with tamogun or rajogun, they're going to perceive things differently. And how will the modes, they even influence the processing, how we process it, how we analyze, what we perceive as happiness also. So somebody might be perceiving drinking alcohol as happiness. Somebody drinking healthy juice as happiness. So this is also depending on how we have been living our lifestyle from many lifetimes. And what we pursue as well. Not just what we perceive, process, but even pursue. So many people pursue goals that are either tamasic, rajasic, or sattvic, depending on what they have associated with. If they have associated with mostly tamasic people, tamasic lifestyle, tamasic goals in the past, they will perceive, process, and pursue tamasic goal. So in essence, the modes that are acting on us, they effectively change the way we look at things, the way we perceive things, the way we process our happiness, everything is tainted. We are not seeing things as they are. The happiness we feel from self-sabotaging things is going to be different when we become pure. You would wonder, why, how could I find happiness in that thing? You will feel. But later on, but when you're doing it, those who take drugs, they're thinking, this is the best thing. But somebody else who is in sattvic stage, they are not thinking like that. So, okay, so we will have no more kids, so maybe Mataji, can you please read the translation of this? This is, what is mode of goodness or sattva guna?
O sinless one, the mode of goodness, being purer than the others, is illuminating, and it frees one from all sinful reactions. Those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge.
It's very interesting. Those who associate with sattvic lifestyle, sattvic people, sattvic foods, so they are conditioned by a sense of happiness. Why are you happy? For no reason. They are just happy. Because when you are situated in sattva guna, you are happy for no reason. And it also, this is the only platform from which God can be understood. Every other platform we will complain, we say, no, this is bogus. They'll say like this only. Only from sattva guna we can actually see things as they are. Otherwise, every other platform, we are tainted. We cannot see truth as it is. So that's why spirituality, some of the beginning things that we speak about is lifestyle changes. Because in order to understand spirituality only, we have to first get to sattva guna. Without coming to sattva guna, there is no doubt, no question of understanding spirituality. So, and then it's also, it frees oneself from sinful reactions. Okay, that is mode of goodness. So we're going to speed up and then we're going to have a quiz. So can someone else please read this? You can leave it on.
The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruitive actions.
Unlimited desires. So anyone in Rajogun, they feel this, maybe turn it around. So people in Rajogun, when we are in Rajogun, we feel this. I want it, I want it, I want it. We must understand it. The moment we have this longing, uncontrollable longing, we must know we are being influenced by Rajogun. So, and because of this only, we do whatever actions we do, earnings and all that. Oh, by the way, I think it's very nice. So you see happiness, and here the picture, you see so many paths. One of the qualities of Rajogun is people are restless. I must do something. And they do so many things. And you will notice that they're very, very busy, but hardly productive. Very, very busy. So doing this, that. In a day, they'll do 100 things. But in 1 year, what did you achieve? Nothing much. So this is the nature, this is the quality of Rajogun. Morning till evening, working this, that. Are you happy? No, I will be happy soon. So when you look back, somebody in Sattva-gun who is intelligently planning and very intelligently executing, they seem to be very peaceful, well organized, seem to be achieving more than what the Rajogun people achieve. So very interesting. And Tamogun. Can someone please read?
O son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness, born of ignorance, is the delusion of all embodied living entities. The results of this mode are madness, adolescence and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul.
So Tamogun is a mode of darkness, born of ignorance. We feel lazy. Anytime you have this experience, you are sitting in sofa. Your wife or husband asks you, Can you get this? And you're thinking, I cannot even lift my hand. What is this? They're saying, sometimes we are working so much. Working, so many problems. They bring food to your table, the plate is lying there only. Trash is lying there only on the table, you're sitting on the side and somehow just working. And then you're looking at it and you're feeling depressed. But you have no energy to put it in the trash. So this is what tamogun looks like. So when we feel dull, we know what is the right thing to do, but we have no energy to do it. Then we know we are influenced by tamogun. And the result of tamogun is madness, indolence and sleep. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So what are these three modes? Sattva, you are conditioned to be happy, just for no reason. And in Rajogun, you are conditioned to be restless, running around, being very busy but hardly productive. And Tamogun, helpless. We feel helpless. Don't achieve anything and we feel, why am I even living? Sattvagun, life is balanced. Whatever we do, our responsibilities, material responsibilities and spiritual responsibilities are in balance. Our desires and duties are in balance. So everything is balanced. They don't seem to have short of time. They always seem to have time for the right things. And Rajogun, overexerting. Overactive, overexertive and restless. These are the natures of Rajogun. So, we are getting our GPS properly. And Tamogun, inactive. So when we are not able to wake up in the morning, when we are not able to do the right thing that we know is the right thing, then we must know we are in Rajogun. So, okay, now you please tell me, in the earlier example we were discussing, who will come under Rajogun category? Those we were discussing, different people will do different things. Those who are screaming, come under? Possibly Rajogun, but Tamas is where they feel helpless. Tamas, okay, very nice. Those who are running around causing ruckus, don't do anything meaningful, bumping into others, knocking others people out, and instead of thinking about a solution, creating more problem. So this is Rajogun. And those who are looking for fire extinguisher, calling 911, Sattvic. Those who are putting sheet on themselves, no, that is also Rajogun, because they are not helpless. They are actually intelligently covering themselves up, but that is Rajogun. But only thinking about themselves, and that too, lazy intelligence. Yeah, it could be categorized. Depends on what their mood is. Okay, now from now on, over the next 10 minutes, I think kids are doing a Dandayatra soon. So we're going to quiz very quickly. We're going to read. This is going to be a quiz, calm, knowledge session as well. So happiness in 3 modes. You please, can we have a mic to Prabhu's side this time? Maybe Anu Prabhu can start. Please read all 3, and in the end all of you will tell which is Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Okay, go.
Happiness in 3 modes, and that happiness which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion, from beginning to end, and which arises from sleep, laziness and illusion.
Tamas, okay, very nice.
That which in the beginning may maybe just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization.
Amazing, actually. I remember this many times during my day. Anything that feels like poison in the beginning but becomes nectar in the end. Nobody likes to do exercise. Feels like poison. Oh God, why do I want to purposefully give pain to my body? But in the end you feel, wow, this is the best thing I could have done. Best 5 minutes I spent. So this is what Sattvagun feels like. Like poison in the beginning, nectar in the end. Which awakens one to self-realization of God. Only in Sattva self-realization can be had.
That happiness which is derived from contact of the senses with their objects and which appears like nectar at first but poison at the end.
Rajas. In the beginning it feels very nice. Ice chocolate, very good. More chocolate, ice cream. And then after some time, diabetes. Okay, so this is Rajas. Very nice. Worker in 3 modes. Sorry.
Who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose and procrastinating.
Tamas. Those, because laziness is not part of Rajas. And cheating, obstinate, morose, dull, procrastinating, continuously just postponing tomorrow, and that tomorrow never comes.
Attached to work and the fruits of work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, and who is greedy, always envious, impure and moved by joy and sorrow.
Most of Bay Area is in this category. So the most of the people we associate with is also in this category, which is why this keeps going on and on and on. And we'll never be able to understand this last part. We may even have questions. Why is it like that? It should have been, this middle part should have been the ideal path of living. We may think, because that's what where we are. And we think this is how the whole world should be. Those who are attached to the work and the fruits of work also, the results that come from work, who are greedy, envious, impure.
Performs his duty without false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, and without wavering to success or failure.
This is Sattvic. Only if you are attached to the result, when good comes, you are elated. When the result that you aspire for doesn't come, you feel depressed. So enthusiasm cannot be there. Whether success or failure, why are you doing? Because it is purifying to me. So it is my duty and I do it with great determination and enthusiasm. Alright. Maybe Ankur can read food in 3 modes.
Increase the duration of life, purify one's existence and give...
Close. It's close. Yes, close.
Increase the duration of life, purify one's existence and give strength, health, happiness and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome and pleasing to the heart.
Sattva. We are, in our childhood, we used to have eat to live, not live to eat. So, something that purifies one's existence. Why are you eating? So that we get nourishment, not enjoyment. When we shift that, then in order for enjoyment, we will eat so much nonsense also, which is not good for us long term. Okay?
Too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry and burning. Such foods cause distress, misery and disease.
This is actually Rajas. Too burning, too salty, too bitter. So this invokes more Rajas.
Prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. Food that is tasteless, decomposed and putrid.
Putrid. For example, eating another living entity. It is actually meat is basically dead body. Putrid. So, alright. Determination in 3 modes.
The determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of the mind, life and senses.
Sattva.
That determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results in religion, economic development and sense gratification.
Anywhere sense gratification, meaning satisfying the senses is given priority, that is Rajas.
That determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness and illusion.
This is one of my favorite. Determination that does not go beyond dreaming. Always in planning stage only. Always dreaming only. When will you start execution? Hopefully soon. But in Tamogun, we will never be able to execute. Only planning, dreaming, thinking, one day I will do this. That is the determination in 3 modes. Alright. Renunciation in 3 modes.
Gives up prescribed duties because of illusion. Gives up duties as troublesome out of fear of bodily comfort. Performs duties because of ought to be done, free from material association and attachment to results.
So the last one is Sattvic. Which one of these is Tamo? First one. Gives up prescribed duties because of illusion. In Tamogun, people actually have opposite of truth. The conclusion of Shastra and people in Sattvagun versus the conclusions of Tamogun are opposite. They have opposite conclusions. Exercise is beneficial is what Sattvagun people think. Tamogun people will think, no, it's useless. Time waste. Just drink, be merry. Prescribed duties are purifying is what Sattvagun people think. Perhaps too much trouble, just give them up. Give up family, give up this, give up that. Out of illusion. So illusion is the sign of Tamogun. And bodily comforts is Rajogun. Gives up duties because they are troublesome. That is Rajogun. Alright, I think we have many more like that. Charity in Tamogun, Sattvagun, Rajogun. We'll see quickly. Can someone please read?
Charity performed at an impure place at an improper time to unworthy persons or without proper attention and respect. Charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place unto a worthy person. Charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire for fruitive results or in a grudging mood.
Rajas. So, it's a very interesting. Sometimes we wonder, is it okay to give food like this? Give charity. These are 3 different types of charities. Charity in Tamogun, Rajogun and Sattvagun. And we'll discuss again, as I said, in one specific session what type of seva to do, and we will elaborate on this. Why the person you are giving is also important. And what you are giving, with what intention we are giving, these are all calculated. We'll skip. There's so many things Bhagavad Gita mentions in the 14th chapter, 17th chapter, 18th chapter. What are the different types of austerities we can do? Knowledge in 3 modes. This is very interesting. We'll read. Can someone please read?
Yeah. Knowledge concerned only with keeping the body comfortable. Knowledge producing many theories and doctrines by dint of mundane logic and mental speculation. Knowledge concerning the spirit's soul beyond this body.
Last is Sattva. Sattva is easy because people are in Sattva. First one is Tamas. Very important. Rajas, they come up with their own theories to satisfy their agenda and sense gratification. Okay, I think we are coming to end almost. Destination after death. So people in Sattvaguns go different place, Rajogun go different place, Tamogun go to different place. Look at this picture, amazing, no? I somehow was able to find 3 roads going to 3 different places. Krishna's mercy. Okay, please read. Please read.
The pure higher planets of the great sages. The world of human beings, among those engaged in fruitive activities. The animal kingdom.
So those who are in Tamogun, Krishna says, you are anyway sleeping this much. Why worry? Human body, you sleep for 12, 14 hours, your neck pain will come, back pain will come. Take the body of a bear. You sleep for 6 months, no pains. We are eating like a pig, anything. Then Krishna says, why worry? Diabetes, all those diseases will come, indigestion. I was recently watching, cow has 6 tummies it seems. It can sit and ruminate. What does it do the whole day? Only eats. So then the Supreme Lord, out of mercy, he says, anyway, you are not making use of the human birth, which was to inquire about the Absolute. Take animal birth. So in Tamogun, people go there. Rajas, people continue. But Sattva, they get promoted. So we're gonna, I see kids are coming. So this Diwali in 3 modes is our own creation. So not from Bhagavad Gita. So I will just give the gist. Since this is Tamogun, they thought we should be popular. So they put a Diwali party and they are putting alcohol and everybody drank and did nonsense and went. This family, they thought we will send Diwali wishes to everyone, but with the intention to make more business. And whereas others, of course, Sattvagun, they're wishing because it's a festival worthy of celebration, so they are Sattvagun celebration. So these are different types of levels of celebration. So modes, it's not that we are in one mode all the time. We could be moment to moment also, modes could be changing. And it's a mixed, little bit of sattva, little bit of rajas, little bit of tamas, like that. So it's always mixed modes, and they are very complex. And modes are competing also. Sometimes mode of goodness wins, sometimes rajas wins, sometimes tamas wins. It is mentioned in the morning, sattvagun is predominating. During the daytime, rajogun is predominating, and at night, tamogun is predominating. This is a very, very important slide. And we discuss all of this to come to this conclusion, that all these 3 modes are like 3 chains. Tamogun means we are chained very tightly with a rusty iron chain, very, very tight, very limited freedom or free will. We have very limited free will to choose from in Tamogun. Very difficult to come out, but it's possible. It's possible to come out with practice over many, many years. And Rajogun is like being chained by silver. Looks more beautiful. Everybody, wow, big car, running around, very nice, always busy. Seems attractive, but they're also conditioned. They're also chained. Their freedom is little more, but not as much. And Sattvagun is where this picture doesn't depict exactly, but you can see the chain is thinner. It's golden chain. It looks more nicer. They are conditioned to be happy, and there is an opportunity. They have much greater freedom. So there is one story of how a cow is misbehaving. So the farmer tied the cow to a short rope and tied it in the middle because it's fighting with other cows. Short rope, and he put little grass. And as the cow started understanding that, okay, this is a very limited freedom, I wish I'm able to roam around like others. He increased the length of the rope. He loosened the cow a little bit, so it's not like plucking its neck. So the cow is able to roam little bit more. It's able to get green grass, dry grass, varieties of grass also it is able to eat. And as it behaved properly, the farmer increased and removed the rope altogether, but within the boundaries of his farm. So the cow is now roaming around without any rope, without any limitation, but within the boundaries of the farm. So this is like Tamogun in the beginning, very tight, very short, very limited options. Rajogun, little more options, little more enjoyment. Sattvagun, lot more freedom, but it's not free to go out of this farm house. The boundaries are still there. The conclusion of all of this is Sattvagun is the best among these. This is very good, but this is not good enough. Good is not good enough. We don't want good to come in the way of best. So even Sattvagun is also chains only. We are conditioned to be happy. I always give this example from my engineering. I have one friend. In COVID, we started a Bhagavad Gita reading call because it's online anyway. So My friend, he said, what will I get from Bhagavad Gita? He said, I told him, you'll find happiness. He said, I'm already happy. My life is cool. I'm enjoying. And he goes out every week to some destination and he puts pictures even now like a child in Facebook. He is conditioned to be happy. So he has no motivation for spirituality actually. Sattvagun is supposed to be a wonderful platform. It's like a runway from which an aeroplane can take off. But instead of taking off the aeroplane, very wide, no traffic, very nice, very peaceful, let me enjoy, is not the goal of Sattvagun. So please don't be conditioned by happiness and take it for granted. It's just a matter of time that we may use up all our credits and come down to Rajogun and Tamogun soon. The point of Sattvagun is to take off the aeroplane quickly. So breaking free is the goal of our life. Not to be chained, look at me, I have gold chains. That's not the goal. So I'll just read the translation. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxiety for gain and safety, and be established in the self. So transcend the modes, that's the goal. And how do we transcend the goals? How do we transcend the modes? One who engages in full devotional service, bhakti yogena sevate, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the material modes of nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So this is where full freedom is. We are able to, by the practice of bhakti yoga, we are able to break free from wherever we may be. It is mentioned, even from tamogun we can start practicing bhakti. It's helpful to come to sattvagun, but as soon as we come to sattvagun, it's easier. But it's important to start bhakti from anywhere and transcend the modes. And how do we transcend the modes? ABCD. Answer was given first before the question. What does ABCD stand for? And this is what we discuss today. We discuss the solution, the three modes, and the solution for three modes is also the same. So elevate to goodness by lifestyle changes, but that's not the goal of life. Goal of life is not to be happy temporarily, but to transcend these three modes and go back to the spiritual world. And next week, we're going to discuss how can we transcend these three modes. There are some more additional things, but more importantly, we're going to discuss about why do bad things happen to good people, how karma works. So we're going to go deeper than what we used to. We covered this session before, but we're going to speak about unmanifest stage of karma. How do we break free from karma bondage? We're going to discuss all of that. Thank you very much. I'm really sorry that we went on for almost a very long time. So I promise from now on it's going to be easier, because we were trying to cram multiple sessions into one. So from next session onwards, it's going to be easier. So you have sustained and successfully went through the big sessions. From now on, it's not going to be so much knowledge overload. And even if you miss some of these points, it's okay. We're going to repeat some of these points, because it's not like we are Shruti Dhar. We hear once and then we are able to hold it in our mind. So we are like a nail that's going in. We have to hit so many times. So we will repeat many more times. So don't worry. Alright. So we're going to have, I think, kids come here soon. So we're going to practice chanting for a little bit, if that's okay. Do you have any objections? We will do Aarti in the end, after chanting. Is it okay? So we will only chant for, maybe in the interest of time, for 5 minutes. We will not give the beads. But we're going to switch off the lights. And then we're going to do synchronous chanting. As you're chanting, this is one thing you can try. It is mentioned, these are the basics, 3 P's. Posture. If you're leaning against the wall, you can come forward, have a right posture. Sit up straight, posture. Second is pronunciation. As you chant, please do pronounce the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra clearly. And the third P is prayer. What do we pray for? Krishna, please allow me to understand that my mind is a patient. Please give me the patience to treat it as a patient until it becomes my friend. Please help me come to the platform of Sattva Gun. Please help me practice ABCD as much as possible. In Tamogun, we may have a tendency to give up after failing few times. Krishna, please give me the determination and the strength to do the right thing. How many ever times I fail. I know I'm going to fail few hundred times before I'm going to see success. So these are all different things that we can pray for. And help will come. So let us chant. So you can, I think we have the right setting. So you know the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but before that we have another mantra called the Panchatattva Maha Mantra, Panchatattva Mantra. And it's on the screen. I'm sorry. Please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. We will synchronous together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. We also have a Japa circle tomorrow morning. Sakshi Mataji and Sumit Prabhu kindly open their doors and they're eager to serve all of us. So it's at 6 a.m. So we're going to chant 16 rounds. You can also come a little later and only chant 4 rounds if you like. You can experience Sattva Gun chanting in the morning. That's now after being tired and after hearing 2 hours, it's a different experience. Even now we feel something, but it's imagine morning chanting is going to be very powerful. So if you're able to join, I think you can scan this QR code while Mohit Prabhu makes other announcements.
Mike.
You can use this one. Okay.
Hare Krishna. So first of all, I'd like to thank all the volunteers, especially the teachers who have been taking care of the kids' classes. I think they're still engaging them. So they're not here to probably hear our thanks, but we'd like to thank them with a big Hari Bol to all of them. Hari Bol! We would also like to thank Balaji Prabhu for in addition to taking the kids classes, he is also has organized the Prasadam. He has coordinated Prasadam volunteers this week. We will go into volunteers of our Prasadam later on, but he has done that. Prabhu just talked about Sakshi Mataji and Sumit Prabhu's Japa session at their home. So please scan this QR code. And we also have, okay, let me go to the Prasadam list. So this week Prasadam is cooked by Prabhuji, as we do every month. First, 1 week we do by Prabhuji's.
The first week of the month is usually Prabhu's.
First week of the month usually is Prabhuji's.
If there is only 1 week you can come, this is the week. Prabhu's rock.
Yes, okay. So we have pav bhaji for the prashadam, in which pavs are brought and roasted by Ranjit Prabhu and Ramesh Prabhu. Haribol. We have bhaji made by Balaji Prabhu and Ram Swarup Prabhu. Haribol.
Haribol. It's a lot of effort to make a huge bhaji like this. So please be more generous. Haribol.
Okay, we have raita brought to us by Naveen Prabhu. So Haribol to Naveen Prabhu. We have veg pulao by Venu Prabhu and Prakash Prabhu. So big Haribol to Venu Prabhu. Okay, we have cake by Shyam Jagannath Prabhu.
I didn't make it. Shamu Kumar, I'll take the credit.
And we have mango lassi by Prashant Prabhu. Okay, we had wonderful cookies made by Anaisha and Anu Prabhu. So, I would just like to share that cookies were so good. It was looking like as if brought from the grocery store. Obviously, taste was much better. But thank you, Prabhu, for making those. Thank you, Anaisha, for making those cookies. Anaisha is so young and still she takes that wonderful service of making cookies for everybody. It's amazing. We loud Haribol to Anaisha and Anu Prabhu. Okay, Anu Prabhu also brought us the juice for the kids. So thank you. Haribol to Anu Prabhu. Okay, and we also have special announcement about tomorrow is Shyam Jagannath Prabhu's birthday, so we'd like to wish him happy birthday in advance. And we would like to have the cake cutting for that now, Prabhu, or
never? We are short on time. If it's okay, you can please kindly pray that we are able to continue this seva, the selfless attitude. Let our desire be purified. Let we always be engaged in serving others, uplifting others. Please keep us in your prayers whenever possible. We are also struggling souls, doing our little bit, but by the prayers of other Vaishnavas, Krishna may empower us to do more. So please consider offering a prayer on behalf of us. That's the only cake we would like.
Thank you, Prabhu, but we still like to have the cake cutting done, so you just tell now or after your announcements. Those are only two options, A or B. Now we can bring now. Yes, Mataji, you bring now. In the meantime, we'll finish other announcement. So we also have, tomorrow's chanting japa is falling on a very auspicious day of Bhadra Purnima. It's mentioned in the scriptures that it is very, very auspicious to give the shastras, get the shastras for yourself or even to give the shastra to others on this Bhadra Purnima festival. I would like Shyam Prabhu to speak more about that.
I did during the class.
Okay, you did. Perfect.
Sakshi Mataji, we will do cake cutting later. Let us do Kirtan first. I think we will have less space.
Okay, fine. So I think then all the announcements are done, Prabhu.
One more announcement I want to mention about is spiritual retreat. So we usually go for a spiritual retreat in during Thanksgiving time, November. So Ranjiji organizes it. So we already booked a place. Every time we go, we come together as a group. So we break the ice between us. We help each other. We develop thicker bonds. So we do have some criteria to be met, but we're going to share more. But please do keep your November Thanksgiving weekend. It's for 3 days, 4 nights. No, 3 nights, 4 days. So we will go to nature. So we're going to have a lot of hiking. We'll play cricket. We'll cook so many things. More importantly, we'll bond. And then we're going to have a lot of fun spiritual activities. Last time we had so many quizzes. We watched many spiritual movies. Chanted 16 rounds in the morning at 4:30. So amazing time we had. So please, in your schedule, if possible, please block out that November Thanksgiving. I think starting on Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we'll come back on Sunday afternoon or evening time. So, thank you.
Two more quick things, Prabhu. So this is also the second year anniversary for our this Gita class. This is third batch we are starting, and many of you guys are coming for last 2 years. So thank you everyone for having coming for 2 years. We completed 2 years, and this is the second year anniversary for that. And we'll also like all the spouses also to join the WhatsApp group if they're not on that. If you only one of you are there, so please join on the WhatsApp group. And but only one person RSVP and with the full name, so it is easy for us to find out who has RSVP'd and not, because we also have volunteers taking the seva of following up to just remind if somebody is not RSVP. So if you use the same name every week, that helps us to do that service.
And please do RSVP by Thursday evening, because last minute somebody has to chop more. So today, for example, the number jumped from 70 to 84. So at 4 p.m. Balaji Prabhu and Ram Swarup Prabhu had to cook more, so they came little later. So it will be helpful for us if you can RSVP by Thursday evening, and one person, same name every week.
Okay, last
group, if you want to scan and join, please do so.
Last thing, anybody else have birthdays or any special event coming up? We know Shyam Prabhu's birthday is tomorrow, but anybody else have birthday this week or coming up, or any other special events, anniversary or anything? Abhi, you are raising your hand? Okay. Alright. So, we do the kirtan now, Prabhu, or? Okay, we can get the kids back from the classes and we can do the kirtan quickly. And after that, we'll sing the Hare Krishna birthday song for Shyam Prabhu and cake cutting.
Now you go outside in the backyard. You can go outside in the backyard. And then
Turn off and tell other folks.
Please take some instruments.